This has already been so popular this season. It is the perfect hydrangea and one of the most affordable items in the show at just 4 easy payments of $4.91 for less than the cost of a latte at that drive-through coffee shop. You can get home a gorgeous blue echo hydrangea that will grow and wow for years. And not only are we doing it at such an easy price point to get home, we're doing it with free shipping and handling. So Kelly, as we look at these images, the blue echo hydrangea, is my understanding is for most of us is going to be quite blue, but we're also seeing some pictures of pink, and that is part of the magic of this plant.
It is part of the magic of hydrangeas. You know, they are very responsive to the conditions in our soils. So for those of us that have alkaline soil that's on the more basic side of that pH spectrum, we are going to see flower color vary from those as compared to those of us that have, maybe more acidic soils in parts of the country. So you're getting one plant, but depending on your soil conditions, it's going to be either pink or blue, or maybe some kind of mauve in between, but that's part of the fun with hydrangeas.
These are so awesome. Okay, so if you do, just so you know, we do have, we do have some specific fertilizer for your acid-loving plants, and this is going to qualify. Oh, right, you can see it right there. So for $30.42, you can certainly pick that up. But Kelly, I love these blue echoes because they have that sort of like that New Englandy cottage feel. It's a prized plant, and it gives you so much pleasure for actually very little work.
Right. I love to, again, we have to pre-qualify everything by saying before the pandemic, I used to enjoy spending a week in the summer on Cape Cod, always just in time to enjoy those beautiful hydrangeas. It's sort of quintessential seaside garden plant. Beautiful shrub for shade, we should mention. If you're new to hydrangeas or to gardening in general, sometimes it's difficult to find shrubs that bloom reliably in the shade, but that's one of the great things about hydrangeas is that they churn out these flowers. Thank you for mentioning that booster for acid-loving plants, because if you already have a naturally acidic soil, you will see flowers on the blue end of the spectrum, but you can supplement that by feeding them with our acid-loving plant booster.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because it can even be like this little science project for your kids, like what colors are hydrangea going to be? And there are very few plants that we present that you can change the color based on how you feed the plant. So that's pretty fun. Here's what you're going to get, a nice sized plant. By the way, over 400 of these have already been ordered just in the last minute or so. So please don't wait. We had this on earlier about like a week or so ago, and it was so popular. So Kelly, I'm holding what you're going to get. You just saw. How long until the plant that we're receiving turns into this shrub with these big, fluffy mop heads of flowers?
Well, the plant you're going to receive will probably bloom this first year, but it probably will take another year or two after that to get to the size that you're seeing there. I love that shot of that hydrangea in that container because particularly for plants like this that we can change the color on based on what's going on in the soil. I love using hydrangeas in pots because they become so specimens and sculptural. You can move them around. They become sort of instant outdoor decor, and you can create a whole space for a summer garden party just by moving a few of those container specimens around. But if you have the space, you see that in time, over many years, they'll form this really beautiful, luscious hedge. And the colors, the flowers, look, you're seeing it right there, really speak for themselves.
And Kelly, I should mention, lots of people are picking up more than one, and it makes sense. Something like 500 have been ordered. Grab them now. I think this is going to be, when we look back at our Garden 2021 and what was so popular with our customers, I think this is going to be one of those plants where like, yeah, that blue echo hydrangea, like it rocked. Everybody loved it. And so, and that's just my experience from now presenting it for the second time. Don't wait if you want it. And I'm going to try and show you, like, So let me see if I can find in here. If you look in here, I'm not sure how easy it would be for the camera to get in here, but this plant is just getting started. Look at all these little buds. Here's one, there's more.
Yeah.
They almost look like little cauliflower, like green cauliflower
Right.
when they first come up. This is all gonna turn into fluffy flowers, and each flower head, each mop head has, you know, hundreds of blooms on it. The other great thing about these, Kelly, is this is one of the easiest plants to bring into the house and then dry and keep all year round.
That's right. Hydrangeas are beautiful to make crafts with. All of our hydrangeas are, in fact. You know, we sell a lot of hydrangeas here at Cottage Farms, in addition to the Blue Echo that we're offering today, but they dry really well. You can cut them fresh, of course, and use them in a lovely sort of pastel arrangement, but they dry so nicely too. A lot of people like to spray paint them at the holidays and use them almost as an everlasting, and they can really stay like that for several years, in fact.
Nice. My little tip, if you're going to do that, once they're dry, spray them with like a little hairspray. You won't
That's
see
right.
it, but
Keep 'em
it'll
together.
it'll just like help them hold a little even more. So lots of people are picking up more than one. It makes so much sense. This is the plant that you want to get to line a walkway, line a driveway. If you live someplace where you have a little bit of shade and you're looking for something, you know, beyond the typical like green hostas, which I like, but you know, it's hard to find a lot of beautiful color for the shade. A hydrangea is a
Right.
phenomenal way to go. 4 easy payments of $4.91. Now, we can grow these in containers, but if we plant them in the ground, how tall, how big will the Blue Echoes get?
This shrub, with time, can get almost 4 feet tall and wide. It's going to form a really beautiful, handsome habit. And of course, at each of those ends of the stems, you're going to get this beautiful mop head of flowers. Remember, either blue or pink, depending on your soil pH and your soil, what's going on in your soil like that. And even shades in between, which I think are just as lovely as the pure pink or the pure blue alone. In the ground, in the container, so versatile and so lovely.
They're so beautiful. Kelly, thank you so much for bringing these. I love them. Over 800 have been ordered. Very, very popular. Don't miss out, because when they're gone, they are really, really gone. So Kelly, for anyone who's never shopped with you before, can you explain how you guarantee your plants and set us up for success?
Absolutely. It's one of the hallmarks of what we do here at Cottage Farm.